again. It just doesn't want to go horizontal. I don't know why. It's so messed up. So I can't go get it to go horizontal. But at least I've got Wi-Fi to carry it. My phone is supposed to be off. I need a straight talk phone card really, really, really bad. If somebody can help. Uh, Send it to PayPal. SHOWGIRLLTD at AOL.com. It's in the description box. But anyway, so I'm still in the hospital. Yesterday was pretty scary. And I need a way to hold this up. Got some hot tea today. Just plain hot tea. Hoping it clean my lungs out. And I wish I had a way to stand this up, but it's not working on the horizontal. So, but anyway, so still over here. They moved me out of ICU the other day, and I put my oxygen back on. Because I just went to the loo. Here it is. And they just came in and gave me breathing treatment. That same nasty girl was here yesterday. Oh, what a jerk she was. Otherwise, everybody's pretty nice here. I'm watching a great thing on TV on History Channel. I don't get much time to watch TV. Watching about Chrome. Just saw a really great guy named ChromeSean.com. Sean Guerrero, who does Chrome art and has grew up around his parents with a scrapyard. And he loved chrome bumpers and he makes beautiful chrome art. But anyway, my old hair cutter back in California, Albert Cornejo, I guess retired from doing hair, and he does metal art in the thousands of dollars, amazingly enough, in Santa Monica area. Um, but anyway, so uh, yesterday was really scary. Uh, I don't think I got a chance to vlog yesterday. It was rough because I didn't have much sleep and stuff, and my lungs and my nose are still screwballed out. But I did manage to get some goog out of my lungs. Because when I came to the emergency room, I felt like I had pneumonia anyway. So, and I couldn't breathe. I had very, very little way to breathe. It was really bad. And I don't come to the doctor's emergency room unless I'm like dying. And mostly because I don't have insurance. So, uh, but anyway, I don't like to make any debts. I don't like to owe anybody anything. But anyway, so yesterday, I started choking, and I wanted hot tea because I thought it would help clean my lungs out, and so I guess maybe it did, and started choking a lot, and I sat up, and laying in this bed doesn't do any good either, um, but because when you get immobile, it's really hard on you, um, but started choking and choking, and I coughed up a little bit of goog, probably about half a cup worth, and then all of a sudden my nose, the right side of my nose, just this black blood just flying out everywhere. God, it was on the bed, it was on my clothes, it was terrible. I didn't realize it was so much on my clothes till later when I finally got to take a bath. I've been here like 4 days, 4 or 5 days, and they finally let me take a shower, and I took my clothes off in the shower. I have changed clothes in the car, but they won't let me go in the car. I got nobody to go and get stuff for me. So, girls smuggled some clothes up to me up here, which was really righteous. And so that was really nice. I can't stand to be dirty. But they finally found a way to unplug me from all this electrical. I got my wire for sound between oxygen and all kinds of stuff. And figured out a way to cover my IV up because they said it couldn't get wet. So that was nice. It's 7:30 in the morning. And so I got to take a shower, thank God. My poor hair, I have hair down to my butt, and it's to my shoulders right now because it's all wadded up and tangled up. I don't have a hairbrush. I have one in the car, but again, I can't get to it. and so they brought me a comb, one of those cheapo combs, which are really bad for your hair. And it would take me the next 200 years to untangle this hair with that comb. But anyway, not like I'm here for the beauty pageant either, though. But so it's been tough. But I did get some of that goo out of my lungs. Um, they've been giving me antibiotics, no painkillers, yay. Um, I've had 2 blood clot shots so far. Gave me one yesterday and the day before. They don't tell me much, so I don't know. I've seen a doctor twice. He was here the last 2 mornings. I imagine he'll be here again today. And he's an older gentleman and he's very peaceful. He doesn't say a whole lot. But, so I'm not sure exactly what is going on as far as, I mean, medically, you know. So I don't know. But I managed to be able to blow my nose a few times, thank God. And so I'm getting a little bit better at breathing. Uh, like I said, my lung got a little bit cleaned out, thank God. The whole thing is to get that stuff evacuated out of my lungs. It's not green anymore. Because it was starting to turn green the day I came. It was starting to turn green, which that means infection. And so, coming out of my nose and my lungs. So, uh, I kind of thought I had pneumonia. I had cold for like 3 days and then it took a bad turn. I wasn't sure if it was going back into corona, which I've had 3 times already, or it's really bad being sick in the car, you know, if you're homeless in the car. So I got kind of scared, and that's why I came to the emergency room. And so, um, I mean, if I had medical insurance, I'd have been on the spot, you know what I mean? But I don't. I don't like to make any debts with anybody. So, anyway, uh, I was concerned that had corona again or just pneumonia, and it's just really hard to do it living in the car. So I'm kind of thinking and pretty sure that I've gone into pneumonia. Um, but if I can get my lungs cleaned out, that would help really a lot. My oxygen level's been so beyond low, and they've had me on oxygen constantly. And they're like, so you normally take oxygen home? I'm like, no, not at home. uh, so, uh, yeah, it's really different. But um, kind of wish I knew more of what was going on. But man, that blood thing scared me to death. It was just unreal, all the blood. I thought I was dying right there because normally, if you start bleeding through your nose, which is common if you do dope, and I don't drink or do drugs. But usually, you're doing dope, you're killing yourself, you're going into a heart attack or a stroke. And if you don't do dope, it pretty much means, high blood pressure and you've got a heart attack and stroke. The thing with me is I have extremely low blood pressure, probably because I've always been very healthy, active, pumping iron, all that kind of stuff since I was a kid. And every time I go to the doctors, they just always think I'm dead. They're like, well, your eyes are open. It looks like you're breathing. But it's like you're dead because your blood pressure's so low. I said, oh, no, it's always like that. I'm not dead. It's always been like that. And so I guess I will be a lucky one and not have like high blood pressure stuff like people get. But I don't know. But then it makes you think. Well, if you have really low blood pressure, if it gets any lower, you could die real easy. But I don't know. So I just wanted to give you guys an update and let you know what's going on. And I need some help for my phone, please. Um, my older daughter helped me a while back for several months on my phone. She gets kind of strange, and I tried to contact her, and she's kind of on off. But I was hoping she would help put phone time on my phone, but she hasn't. It's going to disconnect, and then that will be really bad when I leave here, being homeless in the car with no phone. That's really scary. Plus, I have no way to run my eBay, which is the only source of revenue I have at the moment, because I don't know when I'll get back to work here. Because I sure can't work right now. I'm in the hospital. So, and, but like I say, if you can help, look in the description box. My PayPal's there. And then I can buy a phone card from here on the Wi-Fi or direct from my phone. I just have a straight talk prepaid phone. So, but I usually use that $60 card because it gives me gigabytes to run my computer on, so I can print shipping labels on my eBay. Um, and you're welcome if you want something for your money. You can order off the eBay. But the thing is that I don't get that money for like 3 days. And the shipping's real delayed right now because I've got it in the store on vacation mode. So the storages are due, and adding up late charges is going to be interesting. I just saved two out of auction. I had two friends that helped save those out of auction just recently. But now all of them were late because they were due on the 1st. And the first late charge hits the 5th of 20%. And then the other late charge hit, I think, the other day on the 20th for another 20%, which is huge money. So, but anyway, so that's where I'm at. Um, and then I heard some interesting information yesterday that my youngest kid, who was working at a hotel front desk, which that's a neat job, has apparently left and gone into another business. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's pretty cool if that's true. So, my kids are all pretty smart, I tell you. There's one thing about them. They're not stupid. I raised them like that. They're pretty smart. So if that's true, I'm super proud. But anyway, I haven't talked to her in a while. But, so I just wanted to give you an update of what's going on. Yesterday morning, the doctor said, you're not going home today. So I just wanted to let you know. So they're kind of meek and mild about the whole thing. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with me. I'm not sure how long I'll be here. I don't know much. But tons of tests. They do. They take tons of blood every single day, bottles and bottles of it. Um, and IVs and antibiotic IVs. They did give me start to give me a thing yesterday for, um, what do you call it? When you get stuffy nose and all that stuff. They're making baseball bats up here. That's pretty cool. History Channel. Uh, and um, that helped a lot, I think, because I can breathe a little bit on my nose now. I put the oxygen through my nose, and it's kind of, to me, it sounds worthless because if you can't breathe through your nose, how do you get it? You know, but I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I have 5 college degrees, but none of them are medical. I don't know a whole lot about medical, so I know a lot about all kinds of other stuff, but not about medical. But yeah, so uh, uh, they pulled the heart thing off, uh, so I could take a shower last night, and pulled all those wires off in that box, and they haven't put it back on yet. My oxygen level's gone up a little bit. Um, so that was the biggest problem. My oxygen was way, way, way low for days, days, days. Um, and uh, let's see, they've given me some like erythromycin pills, which I normally can't take that. I have a lot of chemical allergies, but they gave me some one day, and I was like, I can't believe it. And but they were like, so you're allergic to it? I said, well, I have been, for years. But if you already gave me some, I guess we'll hit it again because maybe I've grown out of that. And so they gave me some more of that yesterday because I really feel like I seriously need antibiotics. You know what I mean? Anyway, because I'm supposed to be on antibiotics for life, and I haven't been because I haven't been able to go to a doctor or get prescription because I have illness that'll never be cured called folliculitis. It's real strange, and got that in the '90s, basically because I was with a guy that made me a nervous wreck. You know, stress is bad for you. It is so bad for you, and it will really do damage to you. And it damaged me permanently, that's for sure. But if if I'm not maintained on antibiotics the rest of my life, it's really bad for me. So they told me I'd never outlive it, never get rid of it, and it would kill me sooner than later because of uh, not taking the chemicals, the antibiotics. Which the antibiotics are nice because I'm like bulletproof and never get sick. I've been like that for years, but it's been a lot of years since I was able to afford a doctor or have insurance. So you go to doctors like $300, and then they have to write you a prescription for like 6 months or a year, and it renews like every 30 days. I'm supposed to take 500 milligrams 3 times a day. It's 1,500 milligram a day, every day of amoxicillin. And hello, hello, and um, I usually feel great, but I haven't been able to maintain that. So yeah, I got windows. They always want to shut the door or cover the windows up. I'm like, no, don't do that. So maybe I'm a weirdo, but yeah, yeah, I don't sleep in the dark either. So, but yeah, so I thought I'd try to YouTube because I didn't get a chance to vlog yesterday. I don't think it was pretty scary yesterday. Uh, but yeah, but they brought me 3 meals yesterday, 3 hot meals yesterday. Yay! And food's okay, and but it's better than what I've been eating outside of here because I'm not working right now, and eBay's been disgustingly slow. My buddy Marcus Dixon, Dixon's Pickens, out in St. Louis. He's $1 million seller, and I am not. And I was freaking out the other day. I talked to him. I said, "Man, my store is at like 47% down for the month. I've never seen that before." And he said, "Well, mine is too." And I'm like, "You were joking." So something wrong with eBay. They've done so many updates in the last 6 months. They've really trashed the site up. I think they've just ruined it. I think the biggest problem is customers are having trouble trying to make payments to buy something. I think that's what's really going down. They've really screwed the site up. So that's not a good thing. But I've got to do some paperwork. I've got my computer with me. I've got to do some paperwork for this other job that I'm looking at that somebody told me about. And I've already been hired for 3 jobs that I can't even go to or do anything with right now um, because I'm in the hospital. So I'll probably lose all that. Who knows? But while I'm here, I'm going to take the time to do the computer work for this other job that sounds real good that has medical insurance. It's like 3/4 of it's like paid. I was like, dude, that's just what I need. So, because I would like to do some more dental, and I have porcelain fillings and they have to be maintained like every 10 years. And so I would like to get those done and stuff. And I fell my last house, and I bet the AC in the bed feels good instead of the car. Oh, let me tell you, it's nice to be like a human instead of like a dog living in the car. That's the worst life you'll ever live. But I don't like AC very much. I don't like cold. But uh, it's not as hot right now in Florida because it's transitioning into winter. Eventually, it'll be like 10, 15-degree nights. Which I hate those. That's a real good way to die. You have one or the other, extreme heat or extreme cold. So until I get a majority of this stuff sold off on eBay that I want to run out, so that I can get all the storages just down to bare minimum, so I can load it into a truck and put the car in a trailer and roll to some new place to live. In the meantime, just kind of trying to run everything out that's left. I sold and gave away like all the furniture. I don't have any furniture left. It's just my retail store stock. I could open 3 retail stores right now, brick and mortars right now. Am I selling stuff that I have to have because that's what I do? But so I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done. I invested in the vintage used clothing thing a little bit at a time when I was working my other big job at Walmart. I took a small portion of every paycheck and picking up really great rare vintage items because that's a big thing now, used clothes. But the sell-through rate's just too slow for me. God, I hate it. I don't have time to wait around like that. In my business, about as soon as I make the clothes and deliver them, they're sold. Boom. And they don't do well on the internet at all. They have to be tried on in person, and that's what sells them. And then, sometimes have to be fitted. But my stuff sells instantly. What I make is gold. It's sells right there. It's money right there, and this other stuff is eBay just takes forever. I don't have time to wait forever. It's just too long a sell-through rate. So hopefully I get most of that stuff sold out. I'm marking all of it down every day anyway. I take what I can get. I'm taking a huge loss on a lot of it, but try to get it run out so I get caught up before I lose everything. Like right now, my biggest concern is the phone. It was supposed to be shut off yesterday, so I have a prepaid straight talk phone. But it should be going off any time, and that would be really scary to leave here with no phone. It's it's the worst thing in the world being homeless in the car and not have a damn phone. So You know, it's not like I'm sitting around talking to a whole bunch of people. It's because, for emergencies or whatever. So, especially being as sick as I've been this last 2 weeks. So, which started as a cold. I thought it was like a cold at first, and then sunk into pneumonia. I did have 2 corona tests. They both came up negative. They did two in one day in like a 3-hour period. I don't know why, but that's what they did. That's $1,000 a test in the emergency room. But they had me in the emergency room ICU for a bit before they moved me to a room. I kind of thought they were just going to toss me out. That was it. But the hospital slammed, so I guess they were just waiting on trying to get me into a room. So, that's, I'm sorry. Yeah, you use the 65 so you can use your computer. Yeah, that's what I use. Because that way I can print shipping labels from my computer for my eBay stuff. So, uh, even though store's on vacation, if I have some of the stuff with me, I can go ahead and print it from my car. Literally, I can print it from my car. I have my little tiny uh, label printer and labels and my computer. And then I've got my Jackery battery if I need it, because I have to plug the printer into that Jackery battery that I have. And I can literally print my shipping label right in the car and then take it to the post office and ship it out. So, because I don't like people having to wait, even though I've got the eBay store on vacation mode. So, uh, I, you know, that's the biggest thing of all. I don't like people to wait. When I order stuff, I don't like to wait, but a lot of people don't read those ads and they don't realize, like the shipping is delayed till like October 3rd. But I had a few orders in the last couple of weeks and I went ahead and printed them and shipped them so these people get their stuff right away. So they don't have to wait. And, you know, but again, people don't read those ads and they don't see that the store, they need to put it like a big red flag so people know before they order that they're going to have to wait for that stuff to come. People have trouble like reading stuff and looking at pictures a lot, you know. So it's just life. But yeah, so it's kind of quiet right now. They just did a breathing treatment on me. I did get some sleep last night. Normally I don't get any because they're working on me 24 hours a day every day. And I welcome that. I mean, uh, if I could get a total physical overhaul, I would like to get x-rays from the waist down and make sure all that's sorted out. I did find out from the doctor about my foot. I had this growth or something, or broken bone or something, that instep of my foot in the arch, and, and it hurts when you step on it sometimes. And uh, uh, he said that I need to get to a foot doctor and say I don't have insurance because he thinks it's like some kind of growth thing that needs to be surgically removed because it gets bigger, it grows. And it's like a thumb growing out of the bottom of my foot or something. It's real weird. Uh, but it does hurt if you step on it some way, somehow. It just does. Uh, and I normally have very high arches because I've always worn heels, but you can't be like dressing to impress when you're living in the car. It attracts too much attention. So, but yeah, so I can't believe the phone's still running today. It should have shut off yesterday. So, I'm kind of surprised. I'm just like freaking out because I cannot go without a phone. Ugh. So, at least it's prepaid. It's not contract, I suppose. But other than that, that's kind of about it. So they'll probably be bringing me breakfast soon. They did something weird. One day they brought like a waitress down. She took the order for like a lunch, the first I guess hot meal I had, and that was really awesome. I was pretty impressed when they said, "Oh yeah, that's what they do. They come take your order before every meal and to see what you want." And I'm like, wow. And so 1 or 2 weeks ago, strained my knee. I thought it was healed, but I kept re-straining. Yeah, that's pretty bad. You gotta be careful. But yeah, so um, they never came back, and the lady that I guess runs the place, or this regular one, was off for her weekend or something, and she showed up yesterday, and she was kind of PO because that nobody ever came back, and they were shipping me all this weird food that I don't eat, and like sugar. I don't eat packets of sugar for any reason. And then they send me coffee, and I don't drink coffee, hot coffee. Uh, and um, one, because I'm normally very hyper, I really don't need coffee. The only reason I'm drinking hot tea here is because I know it's good to clean your lungs out. If I could get some lemon, I'd be set. And 'cause I think the tea with lemon would really help clean my lungs out. And I think that's what helped it yesterday. I'm shaking here because I don't know why. I have to hold this phone because it's on vertical mode, which I hate. It won't go on horizontal mode for vlogging. I normally can't vlog. I usually always vlogged live, but my uh, uh, phone hasn't been able to take it. But I'm on the hospital Wi-Fi, so I guess it's strong enough to let it vlog live, which is nice. And so it takes forever to upload a vlog, and it slows the phone down because it takes a lot of gigs to do a vlog. Yeah, it's weird they changed it. I don't like it either. Yeah, it's a mess. I can't. Man, it looks like hell to watch a YouTube vlog that's not horizontal. It's you've got to watch it in bat wings. It's so lame. That's pretty aluminum. That's pretty cool. So molten aluminum with ceramic particles in it. That's pretty cool. But anyway, so yeah, uh, it's been incredible. Uh, they sent me some pretty cool food yesterday. They took like all kinds of orders for a bunch of meals in advance, and got quite a bit. The only thing is you can't get whole milk here. They give you all that diet milk, and I don't drink it. It's like water. It takes all the vitamins out of it. I normally drink a gallon of milk a day, every single day, plus whatever other drinks I drink, and so it makes it very difficult for me. 'Cause I've been like that my whole life. I'm just a milk person. But they had a fajita thing yesterday. They sent me, and let's see what else. I had breakfast. Oh, lunch. They sent me this really great, like roasted 1/4 of a chicken kind of thing. Oh, that was delicious. And lots of vegetables. I love vegetables. I just don't do, like fried food. I'm not a fan of fried because it's really hard on your heart. So I've had one heart attack in my life, and I'm not chemically maintained at all for that. And I think I've been a lucky one because I watch my diet. So, yeah, but yeah, so we'll see what today has to bring. And doctor hasn't been up here yet. It'll probably show up in the next 2 or 3 hours, I imagine. And pretty nuts. So I don't know what my future has to bring. I don't know what's exactly wrong with me. Uh, but all I can say is I got some sleep last night. They did come in a couple times last night in the middle of the night. I know that. They'd wake you up. And but that's okay. I'm here to get better. I'm sure it's good reason. So they took a bunch of blood last night in the middle of the night. I think they're taking blood twice a day. And but boy, when they gave you the shot in the stomach for blood clot. And God, after the shot is done, but yeah, so uh, I don't know. Maybe I have blood clots. Shoot, I don't know. So, um, but my poor hair. I hope I can get it straightened out. I have to cut it off because it's to my shoulders right now, all wadded up. No hairbrush. So yeah, but I got financing to pay my medical bill. Thank God. What a relief that man. The next thing I said was, so does that mean that all the people that are taking care of me will get paid? And they're like, yes. I said, that's exactly what I want. It's one thing to try to get better or get treatment. I want to make sure the people are paid. So that's just a blessing. I don't know how they manage that because normally they don't have that. So I'm real happy about that. But the longer I'm here, the worse it is for me financially in the storages. So it's really scary. So those alerts are loud in the mic. Yeah, maybe I hear them too. One is my alarms. I set alarms so if when I'm in the car that I don't sleep past certain times because of the temperature, because you can die in the car from that very quickly, like in minutes. So I have alarms in the morning to make sure I do get up and get out of the car. Although it's this summer, it's transitioning into winter right now. So it's a lot better, but you still have to watch because the car goes like 7 to 8 degrees hotter than the outside. You know, I can't be sleeping in the car, windows down, all that. I'm a girl, so it's not safe. You know, I crack the windows, but I'm not gonna like roll them halfway down or some craziness. Somebody be climbing in the car, maybe steal the car and leave me there. Who knows? Or kill me? Who knows? So we have to be careful. But the worst part is not having a phone. Oh man, I'm freaking out because if I don't have operating phone when I leave here, that's gonna be a bad thing. That would be very, very scary. So hopefully somebody will help. I can get enough donations to get phone time. But yeah, exactly what is going on with my medical, or what's wrong with me, or anything beyond what's wrong with me. No, the gift card one, or the one about the one card that you buy and deposit to. That's a piece of crap. That makes me so mad. They talked me into that like back in April when I cashed my payroll check up there, and I've not been able to access all the money since. I'm mad as hell because they claim they mailed me a card, and I'm like, so I didn't get it, so mail me another one. And even when I applied on the account, that particular card, I obviously had a new address to whenever they claimed they sent me one, and so it's a different address. So it's kind of obvious, but guess what? They won't send another card. They're like, all they do is it's like a computer thing you talk to on there. All I do is keep saying, "You have a card. You have a card." It's like, no, I don't. No, I don't. So they void that card that they sell you instantly when you're signing up. I couldn't believe it when I was doing it. It's like, and the next button you push will void the numbers on this card, and you won't be able to use it uh, until you get the new card with the new numbers. So I'm just screwed. I just lost that money, and that's a scam. I know somebody that their dad sent $350 on one of those cards from out of state, and she sat in the car for hours, and she was trying to figure out how to get that money. And I just, she does drugs, and I just thought she was an idiot. But no, guess what? You can't access it. They void it out instantly. Now with the uh, Bluebird card, they don't void that crap out when you could buy that card, which Walmart stopped selling them. You could use the card number they gave you, you know, and you could use it online, just punching it in until they sent you a hard card. So you had access to your money, which was really cool, and you could deposit money to it until the card came in the mail. But this one, you can't do anything like that, and they won't send you another one. It's just bullcrap. You can't get your money back. So I hate when people lie to me, man. Can't stand that. Just steal your damn money. No telling how many people have lost money in battling just like me, and it put more money in. Plus, while it sits there, they deduct like $5 a month. So they're just going to keep deducting like $5 a month service charge because it's not being used until they just use all my money up. That's just pure theft, you know. So not a happy camper about that. That's a rip off. So when they first offered it to me that day, I got that sucker. I thought it was like credit card thing, because they always ask you that when you go check out somewhere. Did you want to get a credit card? No, I don't want a credit card. Because one, it's really dangerous when you start giving your personal information to a checker. They say that's like the worst thing you can do, let them enter it in that terminal. And so, and I don't need any credit cards. I mean, I wish I could say I do, but I don't. I don't, I don't like to owe money. I like to know that I'm debt free. I don't owe loans or anything. I own my car outright. All my business, everything for my business, I own outright. It's paid for in full. I like to be free and clear of debt. That's the whole idea of working is to be, free and clear, not to get more debt. You know, so that way you don't have to sweat bullets over a bunch of junk. You know, so I remember I pawned my Camaro one time, my classic Camaro one time, to buy a VCR for my baby, so she would be entertained because it was the newest thing out, and they were $900. And man, I missed was a little bit late on one of the payments, and they wanted that car so bad, and I hit it. It was so funny. They'd be calling me like, "Where's it?" I said, "Oh, it broke down on the highway, somewhere, and hopefully I get a mechanic to go work on it." I'm like, "Where on the highway?" I'm like, "Just down the main highway there somewhere." Just talk some poop. I had stuffed it in storage to hide it till I could make the payment. Then I went down and made the payment, and they said, "Man, we sure would have liked to have that car." And I went, "Yeah, well, you'll never get it." I said, "Money talks. All I needed was you to give me a receipt, and it's a done deal." And they just kind of went, "Wow." Like, I'm not stupid. I talked to a lawyer about these things. So, yeah, I don't do debts. I don't like to run in fear and all that kind of stuff. I pay my bills, even personal debts. If somebody loans me money, whatever, I always pay it back. That's just me. I don't care if they say it's free, don't pay back, whatever, I still pay them back. Always. So. Yeah, so anyway. So I hope everybody's having a good day today. And we'll see what today has to bring. But all I can say is yesterday morning the doctor was like, "You're not going home today, or you're not leaving today." And I was like, okay. So I'm just doing what they say and see what comes up next. Because they're very concerned about some things that I don't know about. And they're not telling me, so I just let it roll. You know, what do you do? So that's about it. But I hope everybody's doing great. Uh, and we'll see what goes on next here. I'm just thanking the grace of God I'm not sick in the car. I'd probably died in the car because I didn't come to the emergency room. I pretty much don't have a doubt in my mind about that. But again, I'm not a big fan of doctors and hospitals and all that. Mostly 80% of it is because I don't have medical. I don't like to have a debt, but I did what I had to do. So, saved my own life, I guess, right there. But, yeah. So, we'll see what happens. I don't even have much gas in the car. When I leave here, I think I would like to go down to the waterfront and see the ocean. So, I've always grown up around the water, and that's my peace. But anyway, there's only one crappy person here, and it's a new girl they brought yesterday that does my breathing treatment. She's a real jerk face. And she was so nasty that the two other nurses here, I said, you can't even be nice, and you're being ridiculous. And I said, I don't know what your problem is. I said, but I'm ready to call security or a doctor. And she's like real obnoxious to make it go. And she just kind of laughed and went, oh, you're going to call security? I said, yeah. I said, you were horrible. I said, you could be nice. As much money as you make, you should be nice. She's trying to tell me, you breathe through your nose like this. You just breathe through your nose like this. Like 3 times she's doing it. I said, that's the whole reason I came to the hospital. I can't breathe through my nose and very little lung capacity to breathe. Okay? So maybe if you read my medical documents, you might know. You just can't breathe through your nose like this. When you can't breathe through, it's all congested. She was just a butt. I can't believe someone tell me that. Tell me, you're refusing your breathing treatment. I said, I didn't refuse nothing. You're refusing me. Well, you had to breathe through your nose. I said, well, I haven't breathed through it since I got here. And they know that. And they've given me lots of breathing treatments before you. I don't know why it's all of a sudden a problem today. Not like they're not aware of it. So, but anyway, yeah, she showed up today. I told them I prefer they wouldn't ever send her back. And she was real kissy face today. And had somebody else with her, which was probably a good thing. Because that mouth and that attitude, she's not a doctor. You know, she didn't have to be like that. So, my doctor was terrible. He didn't even listen to my heartbeat. Scope on him. Didn't take time to listen. He was in a rush. Yeah, it's really funny. In today's day and age, they do a lot of this doctor stuff over the computer. Can you believe that? It's hard to believe. Oh, they're doing some more stuff. Well, I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great one. I love you. There's the food people.